The greatest killer in history, Jack the Ripper, has finally been revealed as the person who was brought in to take down Luther Strode. Do you think he's going to succeed? Let's find out together. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like and drop a comment. But yeah, as soon as we start this issue, we're introduced to pure violence because Luther was going to get his shorty one way or another. Jumping into this mansion, the first thing he saw was the corpse of the rich prick from earlier. Jack the Ripper was a killer through and through, and he wasn't here to play games. But the thing is, neither was Luther, because Luther attacked. But no matter how fast he was, Jack was faster, landing behind him and slicing him open. He made a comment that Luther is impressive. He has the strength and the speed, but he lacks finesse. He lacks style. And Jack the Ripper is all about style, slamming Luther's head into the stairway. But that wasn't going to stop Luther. He grabbed a bunch of wood and tossed them like shuriken, but because of his strength, they passed like bullets. But Jack was too fast. He wasn't impressed. He then proceeds to take a deep breath, and Luther saw this and knew, oh shit. Because Jack unleashed an onslaught on Luther, carving him like a freaking painting. Literally, he was carving images onto Luther's flesh. Luther got tired of this quick. With his quick reflexes, he grabbed onto Jack's coat and tossed him directly into a wall. Jack was having fun with this because he just stomped his daggers into the wall like Spider-Man, observing the work of art he did on Luther's chest. Imagine how good you have to be to draw on your enemy's chest during battle. He hoped to finish this fight with one swift attack, but Luther was quick. Grabbing onto his legs, he slammed him so hard the floor evaporated. Back with Petra though, she just finally woke up and she was free, but she wasn't alone. The fat man was with her and he was getting a gun ready to take down Luther. She was pissed off. Why do you want to kill him so bad? He looked at her. Kill him? I don't want to kill him. The work he does is holy. The work he means is murder. He thinks murder is holy. He goes on to explain that he's just here to protect his kind. He's not going to kill Luther. He's going to imprison him for a long, long time. He also reveals that he knows that she is loyal to him. And she was shocked because nobody's meant to know that she double-crossed everybody. But he seems to know everything. Just like he knows the fight was coming directly to him. Because at this moment, Luther came crashing in with Jack the freaking Ripper. They both clearly enjoyed trying to kill each other because the house was basically a playground. Even the hunter tried to tell Jack to chill, but Jack was like, nah, I want to kill this dude. But Luther was quick as well. Grabbing onto Jack, he tossed him like a boomerang directly into the hunter's head, tossing them both into the yellow room. He looked at Petra with his demon eyes, telling her to run. And she did, very obedient. But this was a simple move because Jack also came out saying, do you think she could run from me? I am Jack the freaking Ripper. Chasing women is my thing. But we see that Luther had a plan because actually, catching bullets in his muscle tissue was something he learned a long time ago. So catching Jack's daggers in his chest was child's play. He literally got stabbed in his chest. But now we find out that the reason those daggers were not out was because he was holding it. He was holding daggers in his chest with his packs. All these years, Luther literally became a legend, slamming his elbow directly into Jack's skull. He was ready, he was prepared, but the hunter had other plans. Shooting a taser directly at Luther's chest, he let Luther know that yes, of course, the mind commands and the body follows. But what happens if the body cannot follow? Shocking his body would destabilize the connection from his brain to his muscle tissue, rendering his abilities paused. He told Luther, stop. This doesn't have to be this hard. You wanted someone to stop you. I am here, so stop. But Luther was such a G, he slammed his skull into the hunter's face. I will stop when I want to, punching the hunter to the floor. Jack saw an opening and thought he could strike, but Luther just caught him with his free hand, pinning both of them. He was winning against two trained killers. Luther was him. But back in this big-ass mansion, though, there was someone here. Not the corpse of the rich prick, no. Someone was in the kitchen making a sandwich, or should I say, a gun sandwich, because the butler was here for revenge. And Petra came busting through. But he just aimed a gun at her and said, "Are you with him or are you with them?" But she stood by Luthor, saying she's with him. And he let her live because he was here for them. They had killed his boy. He raised that boy. Even if he's a prick, he's still his boy. He's going to kill both of them. And she let him know that he possibly couldn't fight those guys. They're monsters. And he knew this, but he's going to hurt them in such a way they would never recover. Back with Luthor, we see him and the Fat Man, because the Fat Man knew that Luthor couldn't kill both of them. But he was wrong. Luthor was still holding back. So he decided to stop, pulling out a dagger and stabbing the Fat Man in his eyes. Jack saw him do this and said, "Wow, you're a savage." And Luthor smiled, punching him so hard he snapped his neck. While the Fat Man cried and called Luthor son, Luthor pulled out the other dagger and threw it in his other eye, instantly blinding the Fat Man. Luthor was a savage. I mean, what the hell? Jack acted like he was out, but he wasn't, and Luthor was not deceived. So Jack said, "No more games." Using his hand, he shattered Luthor's arm in 2 places. The Fat Man saw this, or rather he heard this, and slammed Luthor at the back of his head. Jack then locked all of Luthor's pressure points with his hand. Realizing that Luthor was such a talent in killing, he was sad to actually let this fight end. So he slammed Luthor to the ground with a kick. The Fat Man was clearly upset because he lost his sight, but he wasn't out because he had the same talents as Luthor. He could see with his nose and his ears. Luthor tried to get up, but Jack was having fun. They were not going to let him stand. Matter of fact, they removed his mask, and you know that's a no-no in the hero game. But this fight wasn't a fight. They wanted him out. Luthor was going to die. But the thing is, he still had Petra, and she was busy looking for the perfect gun to save her man. There was so much to pick from until she saw him, a Tommy gun. So she went out to do battle. But the thing is, Jack was ready for her as well.